Alright guys, welcome to Carol Bright Braiding. Today I'm going to be showing you how I start box braid for beginners. So stay tuned and learn. So I have this Shine&Jam and Blue Magic. These are the two oils I'm going to be using today. This Shine&Jam you just put on the client's scalp so I can lay down her flying edges hair. And this one is just scalp moisturizer. And also it's good you put it on the braiding hair as well. Alright guys, I separate my client's hair into two halves, and I decided to start with the front half, and I just cut it in sections as I go. Just section this one out, and I'm gonna work with this one, and I'm gonna be parting it squarely. So I cut out a line and then start squaring the hair out. When you part your client's hair with squares, they don't carry as many braids on their hair as just the regular parting. So I'm gonna be moisturizing her scalp as I go, and also because it's winter, our scalp really get real dry, so it's good to moisturize as you part. And this is the braiding hair we're gonna be using today. It's called Xpression braiding hair. I already pre-prepped the hair ready to go, and if you want to see how I prep this hair ready to go, leave me a comment down below and I will make a video on how to prep the hair. See, and I put some oil, some Blue Magic oils, just to pop the hair now on the size of the braid that your client wants. And my client want medium sized braids, so I will just part it mediumly. Alright guys, I did first braid one braid just to show my client if this is what they want, and yes, this is exactly the type of braid they want, medium size and this length. And I'm going to be showing you how I attach that braiding hair to her own natural hair. First, I part her hair in a square, and I moisturize her own hair, and then I get my braiding hair. Make sure, I know it's not all gonna be equal, but at least we try to cut the hair in such a way that it's gonna be at least close to something. See this? You see this? So I get my hair, I separate it in two halves like this, and I crisscross the hair to make it three halves. So get hair, cut it into crisscross, and make it now three halves. So you see, crisscross. See the concept again. I get one here, I separate it in two halves, and then I crisscross it, and I make it in three halves. This is how we braid three halves, like this. So I take this three halves and I hold it like this. You see, I hold this half and I leave these halves, these two free. And I come to my client's hair. I grab her own hair, I hold her hair with my other hand, and I take this hair that I crisscross into three halves and I put it on her hair. I don't know if you can see. And then because it's three halves, my finger goes in first for the other half, and I don't know. And then I turn it around to make a loop. When you make that loop, it comes out three halves of hair, and that is what you keep braiding. See this? See that? And guys, when you braid and you put some oil grease on it, like Blue Magic on the braiding hair, it makes the hair so smooth, neat and nice. And you just braid. So I cross and I cross, cross and I cross. Just keep going, cross and cross. And I'm gonna repeat the process again. I'm gonna part her own natural hair in a square, and I'm gonna moisturize her scalp, and I get my hair, get a sufficient amount for the size that we want, separate it in two halves. And hey guys, when you separate this hair in two halves, make sure one half is bigger than the other one. So the concept here is let one half be bigger than the other one, because this is because you're going to crisscross. When you crisscross this, so when you crisscross this hair like this, naturally it becomes 4 halves. 1, 2, 3, 4. But then you're going to take this other half and join it to this one to make it three halves. So the sense behind making one part of the braiding hair bigger than the other one before you crisscross, it's because when you join it to make it one, it become equal. So this is my big part, this is the small one. I crisscross like this, and it gives me 4 halves. And I take this finger and I bring this other one to this one. You see that concept? I know hair braiding is something it's hard to explain, but as you do this maybe often, you get used to. And sometimes something you get used to doing is hard to explain to somebody. See? And then I go to her own hair. See? I grab this. I make sure I free this hand and hold this in 3. And I hold her own natural hair that I already parted. I keep this hair on her own. This is me. I hold her hair. I put the hair and I grab it with my other hand and I free this hand. And then I go in. I create a knot. So I go 1, I go 2, and number 3, I create a knot on her head. See? So you just continue braiding the hair down. When when you attach the braiding hair to your client's natural hair, make sure you braid from the root of her own natural hair tight to up to the level where her hair ends, so you can properly seal her own hair into the braiding hair, because this is a protective hairstyle, and you want to make sure you seal her hair into that braiding hair so her hair is not exposed in the air. And I just keep repeating the process and just going. Now I'm gonna be fast. I just repeat the same thing I did. And hey guys, another one thing is that you sometimes braiding, you have to, it's like math, you have to have in mind a picture of what the client wants and how they want their hair. And of course, this is a protective hairstyle, so you want the client to have a decent amount of hair, but not over full hair that would be so heavy for them. So usually parting the client's hair, you have to be cautious, because their hair will get as full as you part the hair. So you take a decent amount of her own natural hair, especially if you have a client with thick hair. You have to take a decent amount of their hair, not too big, not too small, in between that, so she can have braids that she can be able to maintain and she can be able to style. I still repeat the same process. I go in and I part her hair in a straight line. And I moisturize her scalp. I'm parting her hair in a line because I want to cut her braid. I want to part her hair in squares. If I'm not parting in squares, there's no need to part her hair in a square. So I moisturize this and I make sure the line is not too small or too big. And then I use my rubber band to secure this other hair. And this is the one I'm going to be working with. This one, it's secure. And my client hair was nicely combed. So I just continue parting. get my hair, cut the amount, cut it, one big half, one small half, and then put it like this, cross, to get three equal halves, and then I have already parted the hair. I just hold her on here, and then put this one and use this hand to hold this. My middle finger usually hold down the hair, and I go Alright guys, this is my client's hair. I have this hair left, and I just braid and leave it. When I'm done braiding, then I'm gonna sit down and finish the braids. Right here, just braiding the ends right now, and I still have this back part to work on. Alright guys, this is our client's hair. We are done with the braid, and now we need to do now is to clean the hair with the scissors. We just clean. This is what we look out for. Just this little stick it out. Let me say like flying hairs. We just clip it. So we take each braid and we clip out this. Stick it out. See, just it's not every braid that has those sticky heads, but just pick it up one after the other and check, because sometimes the hair, when you separate it in three halves, the hair kind of get nappy, and you have to clean it after you braid. And be careful not to trim your client's hair. You just trim just the braiding hair you added to her hair. Some clients don't like their own hair trim, but some clients don't mind, so I will always be careful not to cut somebody's hair. So all we need to do is to just trim these flying heads, and then that she has left over. And also it will take out those hairs that I cleaned. Remember, after we finish braid, we clip the hair. I just moist her hair. And then I go ahead and spray this braid shine spray. I just spray that to make the braid shine. It's just like oil sheen for braids. Okay. This is like oil sheen for braid. And the last thing that I do, it's like that's a lot of things we do. The last thing that I do is I moisturize my client's scalp with this vitamin E oil, just to keep their hair, because I'm doing natural hair regime, so I'm trying to keep their scalp healthy, trying to keep their hair strong and protect their hair from damage. So I usually put this vitamin E oil just to keep their hair strong. And also plus it's winter, so it get really dry. The scalp get really dry. Even though when we were braiding, we moisturize her scalp, we oil her scalp, but this is like an extra vitamin I add to their hair before they go. And you just put it in the scalp. Don't forget to put it in front of their hair. Most importantly, on their edges. Thank you so much for watching the video to the end. Please subscribe, comment, like, and for my old subscribers, thank you for watching.